Okay, libs, y'all need to get your heads straight, and I am the privileged white ornament who's gonna tell you how. Well, actually, I'm just gonna repeat the talking points all the men in my life tell me to repeat, but I'm gonna do it with hate in my heart and a good gel manicure, which makes me better than you. Now listen, libtards, y'all are so upset that Putin kidnapped 20,000 Ukrainian kids, but did you ever think maybe 20,000 Ukrainian kids got sick of living in Ukraine? Maybe they wanted to see what it would be like to live in Russia. But no, I'm sure you libs never thought of that because you were too busy worrying about whether you were a man or a woman. What do you care about women anyway? Laken Riley was a woman, and we use her name every chance we can get because just like with trans people, we choose not to care about overwhelming evidence when we pick our political footballs. Sure, migrants commit crimes at a minuscule rate compared to citizens, and sure, trans people make up the teeniest percentage of the population and don't bother anyone, but our bigotry doesn't discriminate. We fry the smallest fish because small fish can't fight back. Duh. Maybe if you weren't trying so hard to fight actual injustice instead of fringe distractions, you'd have a win once in a while. You just don't get it, libs. We act like assholes for a reason. Patriarchy doesn't perpetuate itself. It needs worker bees to keep up the man model of things. You're probably hanging out with your soft girly boys, not our manly men like Andrew Tate, who tells women he loves graping them. Swoon. Or Pastor Joel Webben, who says when Christian nationalists take control, at least for the next 50 years, in all Western countries, there will be no female leadership ever in any sphere of human society whatsoever. Which, duh, libs, would be exactly the way God wants things to be. Otherwise, God would have made Jesus a girl. If you weren't so busy giving mansions to illegal immigrant criminals, you might know that. But no, you just want Jorge to live large on my tax dollars while I can't afford a new set of hair extensions that I want to get before I make a new video telling you libs how ugly you are. You just can't admit manly guys like Andrew Tate are just brave enough to say what every man is thinking. I mean, if your man hasn't essayed at least a few women like our daddy-o dear leader, then he's not a real man. The fact that half the cabinet has essay allegations against them means the administration finally reflects real America, not that multicultural diverse shit. And listen, all that time when we were saying we wanted the price of eggs to go down, we didn't actually mean down in actual dollars in the real life on Earth sort of way. We were talking about the price of eggs going down in history. We don't care about real shit. We just want to be legendary. So do your research. There has never been a president who has set up a scheme like Dear Leader's meme coin grift where anyone can just send him as much cash as they want, or like the arrangement where people can buy time with him for $5 million. That shit's genius. If you weren't so blinded by TDS, you would know pay-to-play is the oldest corruption tool. I mean, business strategy in the book. The patriarchy playbook, that is. So obviously the president is going to hoard all the money he can. That way, at least while they're starving, folks in red states can feel good about their leader's good fortune. That's a win-win. But you won't see it that way because you're too busy worrying about pronouns and protecting 10-year-olds from churning out worker babies and making sure the earth doesn't become unlivable. Yawn. Being a performatively outraged bullshitter is so much cooler and totes more conducive for likes and views. Winning. Now I'm going to go off and have the day I deserve. Yeah.